Today I just want to show you a little bit of my pre-shave routine, what I do before I actually put the blade to my face. So what I start with is, this is my shaving bowl or mug, and I get some shaving cream. Today I'm using this Parasso, which I love, it's a great product. And then I have a separate, this is a cup that I also use to soak my brush in. So I'll kind of show you the process real quick how I do it. Shouldn't take very long. What I like to do is fill the sink, turn the water on hot, and I put my bowl in the sink to warm it up. While I'm doing that, I warm up my cup. This cup is made of stone, so once it gets warm, it holds the heat, it retains the heat nicely. So I fill up that cup and I soak my brush in there for a couple of minutes while the bowl is filling and I'm getting my shaving cream ready. What I do is I take my bowl out, it's nice and warm, you can feel that it's nice and warm. Grab my shaving cream, my Parasso, and I'll drop just a little dollop inside. Doesn't take much, just that much. And then shake my brush a little bit. Just get the majority of the moisture, but still leave it wet. And I'll just start mixing like so. And you'll see that this will start to lather up rather quickly. And starts to build a nice lather. This Parasso has a nice, it's like a menthol smell to it, and it's very invigorating when you put it on your face. It's very refreshing. So keep mixing, and I scoop around the top and just put that mixture back into the bowl and continue on with the circular agitation type mixing. As you can see, it doesn't take very much cream at all to build up your lather. It's amazing that just from that little dollop of cream you can get this much lather. There you go, see? Nice peaks, like so. That's good. Okay, I'll set that down. Hi gents. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about working up your lather for a nice shave with a safety razor or a straight razor. The important thing is that you have a nice brush. Preferably a badger brush, but some guys would prefer a boar hair brush. They come in 3 varieties, badger, boar, or a synthetic. And the badger brushes are generally considered a little better because they retain the moisture better, and that's the key to a great lather, is keeping the moisture in your brush. So ideally what you'd like to do is get yourself a bowl. It could be anything you find in the cabinet. I have this bowl which was made for me, so it's kind of near and dear to my heart. And you can go with that, an old coffee mug, or some kind of a bowl you have in your pantry, in your cabinet, or one of these throwback mugs, which this happens to be an Old Spice from probably the early 1950s, something like that. Or anything really, if it retains heat, if it'll get warm and retain the heat for a little while, that's even better for you. So the key is I soak my bowl in hot water, fill it with hot water, soak the brush inside it at the same time for a good 2 to 3 minutes, and then take the brush out, give it a couple shakes. It'll be drippy like this, but give it a couple shakes, get most of that moisture out of it. And so then you don't have to be limited to your choices as far as just using a cream or just using a soap. I like to mix it up because I experiment a little bit. It's kind of fun, see what works best for you. So here I'll just give an example. This is my badger brush, and this is a glycerin based shaving soap. So I'll run this around a bit and just coat the tips like so. And this, like I said, this is a glycerin-based soap. So I'll get started with this, and then I'll go ahead and mix it in with a shaving cream at the same time. And just get an additional coating of shaving cream on top of the glycerin-based soap, like this. So I get a good coating on there. And then I will grab my bowl, dump the water out of it, and just start lathering it up in my bowl to run it around like so. And even upside down is good because it gets inside the brush. And you can put a dab of water in there. And you'll see quickly after just a few seconds, it starts building a nice lather. So the key is just back and forth and keep mixing it up. It'll take a minute to 2 minutes. Generally after 20-30 seconds, you'll see that you'll get a nice lathering going, and it just gets thicker as you progress, as you can see. So the key is you'll notice that, number one, if your bowl starts to thicken up with a nice thick lather inside of it, and you're able to get your brush to stand up in that lather, like so, without falling over, you know you've done a pretty good job. And also, when you bring it away from the bowl, you'll see that you get these nice peaks coming off of it, like so. And that's a nice thick lathering, just to get ready for your shave. And so you can see that this bowl is filled up pretty good now with that's a nice lathering. You'll have no problem getting 2, 3, 4 passes out of a lathering like this. Look at that's a nice thick lathering right there. So again, just wanted to talk about that and let you know that you don't have to be limited. You don't have to say, I just can use a shaving cream or a shaving soap. You can feel free to mix various combinations and experiment a little bit and just see what works best for you. There you go. That's a nice thick, look at it. That's a nice thick lathering right there. So I'm going to get my shave on pretty soon. And that's it for now. Check out some of my other videos about shaving with a safety razor or a straight razor. I do some pretty good instruction on how to do it. Again, there you go. It's a nice thick lathering. Okay, so that's it for today. We see you next time, and have a great day. Remember, you start each day with a great shave, you'll make each day a great day. Take care. This is a Parker Chrome, weighs 5 ounces, nice heavy brush, and I'll use that. So what I'll do is I'll just take a dab with my finger, about a little bigger than an almond, and I'll put that in my bowl, like so, and I'll commence the lathering. I've never used this product before, so let's see what it does. I'll see how it lathers up. Start mixing it. It's got a nice smell to it. And it's just how I normally lather. I'll do this in real time so that you can see actually how it lathers up. I'll put a dab of water in there. And as the lather builds up around the rim, I just skim around the top, push it down in, and keep lathering. It seems to be making a nice thick lather, no problem with it. As you can see, not bad at all. Touch more water. This Badger brush, this Parker Badger brush, it builds a great lather. I don't think that the little boar hair brush that they supply would do it. This really does a nice job. As you can see, in just a minute or so, it's a nice thick lather. And here cream du jour is the Sandalwood Shaving Cream by Taylor of Old Bond Street. So I just grab the brush and I swirl it around and saturate the tips a bit, like so. Then pick up the bowl and start swirling and just start mixing it up. It'll take about a minute or two of this swirling and you'll have a nice thick lather. You'll see. I'm just doing this in real time so you can see how long it actually takes. And if you find that it might look a tad dry, you can just pick up a couple of droplets of water and drop them into the bowl. And also, I like to turn the bowl upside down and the brush upside down like so. That way you're thoroughly loading that brush with lather, and it infiltrates all the bristles of the brush and just allows you to make a thicker and quicker lather. And as you see, as the shaving cream works its way to the top of the bowl around the rim, I just scoop it around like that and push it down towards the bottom and just keep mixing. And then before you know it, you'll have just a perfect lather mixed up. Like so. And when you start, when you see all these peaks on the end of the brush, and there's a nice thick amount of lather, more than enough. There's the peaks on the brush that I spoke about. And just shake out the bulk of the water, so there's just a little bit left in it. And today I'll be using this is a Parasso product. This is a Parasso Aloe and Green Tea shaving cream. And this is really designed for sensitive skin, but anybody can use it. It provides a nice cushion for the razor to glide on, and it's a good all-around shaving cream. So I take my brush and I'll swirl it around in the cream. You can call it cream or soap. And I just get the tips wet like so. And then I'll take that and I'll start applying in my bowl like so. I'll start mixing the lather in my bowl. And you'll see how quickly you come up with a nice thick lather. Doesn't take very long. And just keep scooping it around the rim and bringing it back down towards the bottom. Before you know it, you'll have a nice thick lather. It takes about a minute or so, 2 at the most. Look at that. Doesn't take very long at all. This is a Parker brush, by the way. I love it. It's got a nice chrome finish to it, and it weighs about 5 ounces. It's actually more than twice as heavy as most of my other brushes. So it's got a great feel to it, easy to hold on to. And of course it's chrome, so it goes with just about every safety razor I have. And some straights too. Okay, so you see that there's a nice thick lather. Doesn't take long. There you go. And kind of similar. So anyway, that's what I'll be using. What I like to do is take a shower before I shave. Ideally, you're going to soften up your beard. That's key to a good shave with a safety razor or a straight razor. So while I'm showering, I'll just take my brush, soak it in hot water in my Geo bowl. And also, the last 20 seconds of my shower, I'll have conditioner on my hair, on my beard. I also apply some to my beard, and I'll let the hot water run directly onto my beard for about 15 or 20 seconds. And then I step out of the shower, walk over to the sink, and then I'll fill up my bowl with hot water, and then I'll commence to get my shave on. So what I'll do is just spill out the water from the bowl, and as you can see, there's still driblets of water on the brush. Just give it a little bit of a shake to get the major water, the bulk of the water out of it, and dump that, and then fill up the sink with hot water. Now what I'll do is I'll just take the cream, and with my finger, I'll just take about an almond-sized amount, like so, scoop it out, and just drop it into the bowl, like so. That's it. Then I'll rinse off my finger a little bit. And take my brush, which the brush I'm using is a cheapy brush. I didn't want to use a $200 brush, just to show you that you can mix this lather up pretty easily. You can get this brush at shavenation.com. It's a Tweezerman brush, entry-level brush. It's about under $20. So I'll just take this, start swirling, like so. And let's see how the lather starts to build. It should generally take you 30 seconds to a minute, thereabouts. And you can see how the lather comes to the top. It rises to the top like that. So what I like to do as I'm lathering is just scoop that back down and force it back down to the bottom of the bowl and just keep mixing. And it's a little light in the beginning, but as you continue to mix, you'll see that it thickens up and it really creates a nice lather that will cover the entire bowl eventually. And it'll give you more than enough lather to perform 2 or 3 passes in your shave. So I just go with the circular motion and keep driving that lather back down to the bottom of the bowl, and before you know it, you can see what a nice thick lather you have. Even with an entry-level brush like this. It's got my entire geo bowl covered, and it's got nice thick, luscious lather on the brush, as you can see. There you go. Okay? And it smells wonderful as well. So you open your shaving cream and soak the brush in some hot water for a minute or so. Swirl it around in the shaving cream, and you just want to get the tips thoroughly coated with shaving cream, like so. And then take your brush and insert it into your bowl and start swirling. And you can swirl in a counterclockwise, clockwise fashion, doesn't matter. And just keep doing that, and it will take a minute or two of this swirling. And if you see, as I just did, I added a droplet of water. You can either dip the brush into the water, or you can scoop a couple droplets with your hand, drop them into the bowl, and that'll help to create a nice thick lather for you. And just keep swirling, and as you can see, I like to turn the brush kind of an upside down method, and that helps to infiltrate the brush with the shaving cream and just thoroughly load it completely with the shaving cream. So you just, and also you can see how when the shaving cream works its way to the top of the bowl, I scoop around the top of the bowl and then just push it back down to the bottom and keep swirling, and that helps you create your lather quicker and helps you work up a nice thick lather. Here another, just a dab of water, and we'll be there momentarily. You can see that it's thickening up nicely. There you go. And usually you can see when the brush has some nice peaks forming, as you can see right about now, like that. Then you know that you've done a good job of mixing your lather, and it's a nice thick lather. There you go. I'll just take the brush and swirl it in the cream. And generally you just need to do this for about 15 seconds, just so you load your brush thoroughly with the cream. So I've got the brush loaded pretty well. So now what I'm going to do is I'll go to my geo bowl with the brush and just start to mix the lather, like so. This bowl I had made because it's the perfect size for building lather. Your brush doesn't bang up against the sides of the bowl when you're swirling, when you're mixing your lather. I'll just add a little touch of a couple droplets of water, and you'll see that it doesn't take very long, and you'll start to get a nice thick lather. And sweep it around the brim, just push it back down inside and keep swirling until you've built a nice thick lather. Usually takes about a minute. You can always add more water, but if you add too much water, you can't go back. So it's best to add water a little bit at a time. And you'll see that it starts to peak like this. You know that you got a nice thick lather, good lather. And it's coming up around the rim, so you can see that it's good and thick. This will be enough lather to last you for a good 2 or 3 passes, whatever you might need. And I've got my bowl, which I've had soaking in the water, and also had my brush soaking in the water. So I'll bring those out. Here's my bowl and my brush. Nice chrome looking, both of them. So this is on the website shavenation.com for under 20, and this is on there. I forget the exact price, but it's on there as well. This is a nice heavy brush. It weighs about 5 ounces, which I really like about it. It's good and heavy, and it's a pure Badger. You can see it's a nice bristle brush, nice natural Badger brush. And so I've heated my bowl, and what I'll do is just grab my brush, give it a couple shakes, and I'll run it around and just coat the tips like so, like that. And I'll commence the lathering in my bowl and just start swirling around until you start seeing some lather develop like so. And it doesn't take long. It's, before you know it, just 15-20 seconds, you'll already have some lather building. And I'll just add just a couple of droplets of water. What I like about this bowl is that you can grip it from the bottom. It's very easy to hold on to. And it's not too big, it's not too small. It's just the right size for building some lather, building a good quantity of lather quickly. As you can see, it doesn't take very long, like I said. And I'll just keep swirling like so and keep mixing. And as it comes to the top, it rises to the top. The creme de la creme always rises to the top, right? I will just take that and push it down back towards the bottom and keep swirling like so. As you can see, it's a nice thick lather, and it builds up quickly. So it's a good thick lather there. Okay, now what I'll do is set this down for a second. So I'll show you what to do with these. Today I'll use this rose, and it comes in a little glass container with a cap. So all you'll do is take your finger, or if you have a little spoon, you could use a spoon. Just scoop out about an almond size. That's all you need. So this container, you could probably get 2 to 3 to 4 shaves, depending on how much cream you use at one time. And so what I'll do is I'll just insert that into my bowl and just rub it around the inside of the bowl like so. And then I'll even take my finger, because I don't want that to go to waste, what's on my finger. I'll just rub that around my brush. This is my chrome brush, one of my favorite brushes that I don't want that to go to waste. So I'll just get it started by loading the brush with what's on my finger. So I'll just go through and I'll just start lathering it up. And you'll see that how quickly, it smells, it's rose, it smells fantastic, very nice. You can just see how quickly that it starts to build a lather. No more than just a few seconds, it's already producing some luscious, thick lather. And it helps to warm your bowl up. And this is an excellent bowl that it's just the right size. It's very easy to mix lather in it, as you can see. And it's only, I think it's $17.99 for the bowl. So not a bad price either. As you can see, got some nice lather there. Just a little bit more. I'll just hydrate it a little bit, just a tad, a couple little droplets of water. And there you go. You can see that it's a nice thick lather. So let's get started with the shave. And also, I always have a mug of soap next to my, or shaving cream, hard soap next to my sink. So if I'm in a hurry, I just want to do a one and done, quick pass and get out, I will just use this. So what I do here, I'll even use this little Tweezer Man brush. I have some kind of a setup on the site, which is this brush, a stand, and some shaving soap, and a razor and blade for under $100. I forget exactly what the price is, but it's a nice, reasonable starter kit, and it's got most of these items in it. And it even comes with a green mug. Not this mug, but it comes with a green bowl, a green shaving mug. So what I'll do is I just normally will leave this dry sitting next to the sink. And so when I get ready to perform a quick shave, I'll just put some water in it, just a little bit like so. And that will soak in for a second or two. And I'll just take the brush, soak it in water for a minute, and then just start running it right through that with the water and everything. And you'll see that just immediately it starts building. It's a nice soap, and I mean, there's enough where it's spilling out already. And just shake off the bulk of the water so that it's not completely saturated. And I'll start lathering into this nice big tub of Synergy. And I'll also just a couple of droplets of water onto the brush. And as you can see, I go in a couple different directions. You can see that, 20 or 30 just strokes and there's already lather building up on the brush. A couple more droplets of water. And just thoroughly load the brush in a couple different directions, back and forth. And then you can go to your Shave Nation. This is the Shave Nation shaving bowl. It's got a depression down at the bottom. Makes it very easy to mix your lather up, as you'll soon see. You could also take this and put it into your sink and soak it halfway up with hot water, and it will retain that heat because these are made of stoneware, so they're very sturdy. And this is blue. They come in all different colors: yellow, green, pink, red, white, black. I might have missed one in there, but so I'll start mixing, and you can see how quickly we're going to get a nice thick lather here. I just press down into that depression, and then as the lather builds up around the top, just go back in and push it down and work it around. And you can see as it just keeps building. I already dropped some on the floor, so you can see that no time at all. I mean, this is 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and we've already got some very nice lather going. And this lather, this Synergy seems to lather up really nicely. They've even got temperature requirements in between certain degrees that it'll operate best at, which would be, what does it say, between 95 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can see that I've got the lather mixed up. More than enough for 1 or 2 or 3 passes. And what I'll do is now I've got my Shave Nation bowl. I had it soaking in water, filled with water. So I'll pour the water out. The bowl is nice and warm. This is the new version. It's made out of stoneware. It's got a depression in the bottom, makes it easier for mixing the lather. And it has the pedestal base, very nice for gripping onto. So I'll just start swirling in there. And we'll see if we can get some lather going here. Smells great. It didn't take very long. I think that wasn't even 30 seconds. And the more you swirl, the thicker your lather is going to get. Wow, look at those peaks. Beautiful. And smells overwhelming, just very nice. This thing really, the bowl is filled with lather and the brush has some beautiful peaks on it. Alright, let's get it on. Might as well use the new Parker mug too, which just came in. Very nice. It's very ample. It's a good sized mug. It measures, I believe, over 3 inches, maybe 3 1/4 across the bottom. So that this is an oversized puck. This is larger than a lot of pucks you'll find. And this should drop right in here. They figured this out nicely that, yep, see, it just fits right in the bottom. No shaving. If you get a larger puck, check out my other video where if your mug is too small, you can just shave it down and drop it in. And then pack the extra bits of soap around it and that'll lock it in place. But at any rate, this also is made in the USA. You can make that out. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I've had my brush soaking. Here's my little brush. I've had it soaking in a cup of water, one of my marble cups, and I'm going to just wet my face up a bit again with some hot water. A couple of applications of a hot towel, which should do the trick. the Shave Nation face cloth. Okay, just a squirt in the hand, in the fingertips, a couple of squirts, 2 or 3 squirts, and just massage that directly into the beard. That'll help soften the whiskers. A couple more squirts. That'll help soften the beard in preparation for the shave to come. Just hit all the areas that you plan on shaving and leave that damp. I'll just rinse my fingers because it is a little bit slippery. And then I'll just take that brush, I'll shake the water off of it, just get the bulk of the water off, and I'll start swirling in this tub. Now the puck is loose in the tub at the moment, but I'm sure after you use it, it will, after a couple of uses, the soap will find its way down around the sides, and it will, after it dries and sits overnight, it will lock that puck in place. Just a little bit of water on the brush as well, and just keep swirling like so. You can see that I've got some lather building along the sides and on the brush. So looks like it lathers up very quickly, easily. Just another dab of water, a couple of droplets. And just directly in this mug, I'm already getting a nice thick lather. And usually takes 30 seconds to a minute. The lather builds up around the sides. You can just push it back down and keep lathering. There you go, look at, it's a nice lather on the brush and in the bowl. Close your drain in your sink and grab your bowl. Place it in the sink and start filling up your sink with water. So you fill up your bowl until it's totally submerged with water. And just let your brush soak for a couple minutes while you're getting ready for your shave. Give your brush a couple of shakes to remove the water and take your bowl. Today I'll be using a sandalwood, Taylor of Old Bond sandalwood. It's one of my favorite creams. And just swirl the tips in the cream just to get them coated a bit. And then start swirling in your bowl. And if you see that you need a little bit of water, if it looks a little bit dry, you can always add a touch. Just add a dab of water like so. And you'll just keep swirling until you get a nice thick lather built up. It's overflowing on the brush and it's a good thick lather. Greetings, gents. I'm GeoFatboy from Shave Nation Shaving Supplies, shavenation.com. Today I want to speak about different types of lather, how you apply your lather, different methods of applying your lather, shaving creams, soaps, shaving sticks, etc. First off, if you're using shaving cream from a tube, how do you get it from the tube onto your face? If you happen to have a bowl handy, you can squirt, about a almond-sized dollop into the bowl, like so. Just drop that in there. And then take your brush, which I like to soak my brush in some hot water for a minute or two prior to the shave. That way it absorbs the water. And shake the bulk of the water out of it. And then just commence to mixing your lather in the bowl. And you'll see that it starts out slowly, but after a short period of time, it'll start building up a quick lather for you. You can add a couple of droplets of water. Before you know it, you'll have some lather that you can apply to your face and get your shave on. Another method, if you don't have a bowl handy, what you can do is take your brush and just squirt a little bit of shaving cream from the tube directly into the brush, like so. And then start massaging that into the brush. To me, this is a little bit messy. This isn't really my favorite method, but I'm just showing you so you can have another option. And then you can go directly to your face, which has warm water on it, and start to lather up that way. Another good method, if you don't have a bowl handy, say you're in the field, what you can do is just take the tube, squirt an almond-sized dollop into your hand, take your brush, and just swirl it so that you get the bulk of the cream onto the brush. So you're just loading the brush is what you're doing. And then at that point, you can just go directly to your face and you can start to build a quick lather in no time flat. If you do have a bowl, you can just take the brush and go directly to the bowl and start mixing your lather that way. And again, within a short period of time, you'll have a nice thick lather which will help you to complete your shave. It doesn't take very long. It starts to build after 15 seconds or so. And if you lather it up for about a minute, you'll have a nice thick lather. For purposes of the video, I'll just stop right now, but at least you can see that it does start to build and you do start to get the lather on the brush and on the bowl. If you happen to be using a shaving soap or a shaving cream that already comes in a tub, like this, all you need to do, one thing I like to do is, it's usually dry because it's been sitting for a day or two since your last use. So I like to take a little bit of water and just fill up the top and then just pour that water out. And that way it dampens the soap and makes it easier to mix your lather. In order to start mixing your lather, all you need to do is take your brush that's already wet and shake out the bulk of the water and then just start swirling. I like to go in both directions to thoroughly load the brush. And you can see that right from the tub it's already building a lather. From that point, you just take it, go to your face, and just start applying. And another thing I've recently done is, I've never seen this done before, but I like to call it the figure 8 method of applying your lather. To me, it's very soothing and it adds to the whole shaving experience. Instead of back and forth or circular or painting, I like to start in the middle like so, and then just work the figure 8 all the way up. You can do it on your neck area and then all the way up to the sideburns. And if you feel like you want to just concentrate in a certain area, yes, you can go ahead and do a circular or a different type of a motion. But I found that this figure 8, you can go all the way up and you're leaving the brush on the face the entire time, and it feels great. So I just say give it a try, see what you think. So you can do that on the neck, and then when you come to the cheeks, you can do it there as well, just up and down. And then you can hit the concentrated area if you need to, but it just feels real nice when you do the figure 8 method. I'm going to call it Geo's figure 8 method because I never have seen anybody do it before, so I just started doing it a while ago, and I think it's great. It adds to the whole Zen-like shaving experience. And then when you come to the lip, just painting back and forth like so. And then you can go back to the figure 8. You can add a little bit of water, not too much, because once you add too much water, your shaving cream or soap will become very watery and too slippery, and you won't be able to go back to a nice thickness. But if you add just a little bit of water at a time, you'll reach the desired consistency much easier. And you don't need globs of shaving cream, you just need a nice thin coating. You don't want to be clogging up your razor or anything like that. So just the nice figure 8 method will get you where you want to be. And then if you do have any clumps, you can just smooth them out with a little painting motion. But the figure 8 will actually give you a nice smooth coating and prepare your whiskers for the shave. What the brush does, it exfoliates, it hydrates, it elevates your beard so that you'll get a better shave. You can mix your lather directly in the bowl or the cup that you have your soap in, and you can go directly to your face and start lathering, or you can go to a bowl and start lathering in the bowl. If you want an extra thick lather and you have a little bit of extra time, say maybe on a Sunday morning you want to really enjoy your shave, you can do this and just mix your lather in your bowl. Add just a touch of water if you need to. You can see that the lather builds quite quickly and thickly, and when you start getting nice peaks on your brush, you know that you're doing a good job. And you see that the lather comes over the side of the bowl. I like to just swirl that back in and keep building. And before you know it, you have plenty of lather to perform 2 or 3 passes. No problem. If you happen to be using a shaving stick, which is great for your travel bag, here's a couple of different ones, Arco and Tabac. All you need to do is wet your face with hot water, warm water, and preferably after a shower so your beard is even softer and more hydrated. And then you just take the shaving soap and run it across your face like so until you get a thin coating. And then what you'll do is pick up your brush, run it under the hot water, and squeeze out the bulk of the water, and then just start lathering. And this you may need to go vigorously at first to build the lather, but then you can work your way back into the figure 8 method with a little bit of circular if you wish to hit the areas under the sideburns. There you go. In just under 30 seconds, you've already got yourself a smooth coating of lather. You're ready to get your shave on. This is a horn bowl. You go directly to it, and then if you want to build a thicker lather, you'll do that with swirling in a circular motion, and you'll see that the cream starts to already pop out along the sides. Just drive that back down and into the bowl, and keep building your lather. Keep mixing and swirling. And you've got a nice thick lather with some peaks there, and you're ready to perform your shave. This is the 5-inch bowl, by the way. You can get all these products at shavenation.com. We carry the 4-inch bowl, the 5-inch bowl. We carry the black Geo bowl, the stainless Geo bowl. It's also available in white, ceramic white. So I hope this video helped you learn how to apply shaving cream from a tube, shaving cream using a stick method, shaving cream from a tub, and shaving cream or soap from a mug where you've inserted your own shaving soap into. There are many different methods, and I hope the figure 8 method helped you. And please come and visit me at shavenation.com for all your shaving supplies. Like shavenation.com on Facebook. Subscribe to the GeoFatboy channel on YouTube. Thanks for watching. It's time for me to go get my shave on. Have a great shave. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Greetings. I'm GeoFatboy for Shave Nation Shaving Supplies, shavenation.com. Did you ever drop your shaving puck into your mug and have it be too small, where it just spins around in a circle? You go to spin your brush into the soap and it just moves the puck all over the bottom of the mug. I hate when that happens. Or the other alternative, you drop your puck, large size puck in, and it doesn't go all the way down. It's too large. I already have one video that shows how to solve the problem when your puck is too large. I'll put a link to that. You can do that. But this will help you whether the puck is too small or too large. And I'm going to give you an example right now. I'll use this. This is a Shave Nation shaving bowl. And I'll take this large puck, which is actually a puck of, this is a Colonel Cox shaving soap. You can do it with this soap, no problem. So I will just take that and push it out from the bottom and drop it into the Shave Nation bowl. And you can see how much larger the bowl is than the puck. You can't do this with all types of shaving soaps, but you can do it with a few different types. It's best to check with your manufacturer, see if it's okay. Here you can see how much larger the puck is than the Shave Nation bowl. So what we'll do is just put it into the microwave. We'll pop it in there for about 15 seconds. Depending on the strength of your microwave, you may want to vary it, but I think mine will do it in about 15. So I will put it directly into the microwave. Here's the view from the inside. I'll just start it at 30 seconds and I'll take it out after 15 seconds. You can see it's not fully melted yet, so I will put it in for a little bit longer. We'll let it run for the remaining 15 seconds. This is not the most powerful microwave in the world, so it's going to take about 30 seconds. Alrighty, let's see. There you go. Check it out. You can see that the soap is thoroughly melted after 30 seconds. And if you just let it sit, it will fully solidify and lock itself in place in the bowl. Doesn't matter what size bowl you have, you can do this with it. Help, I'm trapped inside the microwave. I would just check with your soap company, just make sure that it's okay to do it with their soap. But as I said, you can do this with several different companies' brands of soaps. You can do this easily with the Colonel Conk brand of soaps and a few others. It also works with the Parker Sandalwood soap. So we will let it sit. Alright, let's take a look. Here's the bowl, and here's the soap. Still Colonel Conk Bay Rum. Smells like bay rum, and it's conformed perfectly to the interior shape of the bowl. That's the best thing about this, is that just about any size bowl, any shape bowl, you can drop your puck in there, nuke it, melt it down for 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds should do it. And it will conform perfectly to the size of that bowl. So it's pretty sweet. This way, in the morning, just grab your brush. Let's lather it up. Let's see what it does. Let's make sure it'll still mix a lather for it. Got my brush. Let's lather it up a little bit. Oh yeah, no problem. Look at that. Still smells like that luscious bay rum, that Colonel Conk. And I mean, just 20-30 seconds. I haven't even added any water or anything. There you go. It's already spilling over the side. And it's building thicker lather, coming out over the sides more. Scoop that up and drive it back in. The Colonel Conk, it's a glycerin-based soap, so it's really good with a straight razor. Lets it glide, provides a nice cushion. So I haven't shaved yet today. What I'll do right now, I'm going to put this lather to work.